All right, we're ready to begin. Ooh, there's still already some people in chat. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so nice to see all of you. I see at least 3 people around. Maybe there's more. There seem to be a few more in chat. If you want to say hi, say hi. Hi, Furburn. Hi, Cleaner Boy. Hi, Sit Still Behave. Nice to see all of you. We're gonna be ready to begin in just about a minute. Oh, yeah, boy, you just subscribed. That's awesome. Hi there. Let's replay. Let's show the thing. Yeah. Thank you for the sub. Oh, that's not the right alert. For some reason, I think in this screen it doesn't show the right thing. I'm gonna replay it again when we get to the thing. But thank you for subscribing anyway. That was really nice. Now you can use the channel emotes if you want to. Yeah, so tonight what we're going to do is we're going to write monsters. It's the second time we're doing this. Last time was a smashing success, in my opinion. I think it went really, really well. And it was monsters for the desert. The only hitch, the only problem, temporary problem, it's going to be solved soon, is that my players then never reached the desert yet. They never reached the desert still. They're on their way. I'm going to do my best to make sure that they're there soon enough. But today I thought there was a good opportunity to write monsters for an area that they're already in. They're already going to delve deeper into a marshy area of a large jungle that they've heard about before. They know what they're looking for right now, and it's at least one more session they're going to spend going through this marsh, this swamp. And I think this is a good opportunity to write down some monsters. And my commitment, I have a few commitments. We're going to write down some monsters. The first thing I'm going to commit is that I'm going to draw all the monsters. Furburn, I'd like to invite you to criticize my drawing, my skills today. You'll get to see the way I draw in Roll20, which is not the most comfortable drawing interface. The Furburn, we definitely could have that. I'm gonna lay down the rules in a second, and you'll see that it's definitely a possibility. Have a monster called the Furburn. The first commitment I make is that I'm gonna draw all of them. I'm gonna do my best to have art for all the monsters after we create them. So Furburn, if you want to give me advice while I'm doing it, and tell me what you think I should include in the drawings and the art, that would be really appreciated. And the second commitment is that at least one of these monsters is gonna be featured in Monday's stream, because they're already Furburn. Come on. let's keep it friendly. I mean, they're monsters. They should be dangerous. They should be horrible, even some of them. But thank you for that tip. I will try to draw well. So the second thing is that at least one of them is going to be featured in Monday's game. So if you watch this and you like these monsters, and it's still not Monday in your thing, and when you're watching this, Monday evening we're going to have our weekly Quest of Yalpalor, and at least one of these monsters is bound to appear in the session, in the episode. So that's my second commitment to you. Let's lay down some pointers, ground rules, rules of thumb, and etc. Let me show you. We have a blank page. We're going to fill this up with lots of cool ideas for monsters throughout tonight. These are the guidelines here up above. So first of all, writing monsters for a dark, marshy area of the jungle. It's part of a jungle, but where it gets dark and very wet. There's large lakes, little rivers, pools of water, and mud. And it's generally hard to walk through the undergrowth. Second guideline is really anything can go. Will of the Whip by Tai. Cool. Thank you for following, Kickstand 2841111. I'll also. That's okay, Furburn. Just reconnect if you lose us. I'll also replay the sub by Trina Boy, because they're here. Oh, that's how it's supposed to look. This is how the sub alert is supposed to look. So now, thank you for real, Trina Boy. So, second guideline is that anything goes. The world of Yalpalor is varied. It can include elements of many other genres and settings. Trina Boy, hey, nice. Thanks for the cheer. That's awesome. Trina Boy, that's really nice. And then that's the third guideline. That variety is a good thing. Fourth guideline, fourth point is that puns are more than welcome. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You want to include a pun in the description or in the whatever. A slime narwhal. Yes, that's also cool. Slime. I think slime is an element that presents itself in swamps, right, in marshes. So I think that definitely a reagent. Oh, cool. So puns are good in the description or in the name of the monsters, in the name of the creatures. And number 5 is that hooks and trailing edges are very welcome. What this means is that you can write down more details about these monsters than are explained right now, and then more details can be added later. You can create trailing edges for me and for the players to choose to explore, to pull on, and to discover more things, because this game is based very much on improvisation. It can include a lot more elements that are planned by me right now, and you can definitely create things that imply a deeper meaning or explanation or more adventures to be had later on, and then not explain it right away in the description of the monster tonight, right? That's all of these are options, all of these are good choices, and you're very welcome to go in all of these directions. So these are all the guidelines for tonight. This is how I want this to go generally. And we'll see which way we go. We'll see what kind of ideas we have. Harvested, yeah. So there is an idea already of a slime monster, and the slime is a magical reagent, which is part of the mechanics of the game. You can use it to cast spells. Hey, Kickstand. Hey, nice to see you. I'm good, thank you. We're writing monsters today. If anyone here is here for the first time, my name is Itamar. This is Figment RP. It's a roleplay channel. We do roleplay content. Monday nights is the actual play, the game. Tonight we're writing monsters for a swamp area of the game world, which is called Yalpalor. So yeah, we're gonna begin. So we have a few suggestions already in chat. Let's go over the suggestions that have been made already today. Right, one of them was a will-o'-the-wisp, which is cool, very thematic for a jungle or a swamp. Like a swamp more than a jungle. Second suggestion is a slime narwhal. So that's cool. And a third suggestion is a shambling of the whip. Will of the whip. That's cool as well. You wrote Will of the Whip? It's true, you did write Will of the Whip. Cool whip. That definitely. Let's make it a pun. Let's make it a pun. It'll be a physical and actual whip. So the second description is suggestion is a narwhal, and the third one is a shambling. Well, I guess the third one is a shambling mount, which I thought was a typo, which you meant to write shambling mound, but now I'm kind of thinking you meant a pun as well by this one, a shambling mount. So cool. Three descriptions, three names, three prompts for creatures. So now we're going to vote. We're going to choose one of them, and while we vote, I'm going to put the waiting music, as always, the one that we always use. Let's see if I can find it real quickly. Oh no, where is it? You need to vote between these three anyway. Let me find the music, which I can't find for some reason. Oh yeah, it's a different place than I thought. There it is. Remember that music? Alright. So this is the waiting music while we vote. So now we need to vote between these three options. The narwhal, the slime narwhal, the will of the whip, or the shambling mount. Cast your vote right now and we'll see which one is going to be the first one that we write. Narwhal, Trina Boy for narwhal. Still behaves for the narwhal or the will of the whip. More votes, people. More votes, please. Kickstand, it's nice to see you. I think you're here for the first time tonight, right? You were following the interesting streamers, and there were two of you and someone else. Two of me? There was two of me? If there's another one of me, it's probably a doppelganger, and I'd like to know where he is. Alright. I think we've had enough time to vote. The question is, did everyone go? I only see 2 votes, and there's more people here, I know for a fact. Burburn seems to be gone, but yeah, there's a few of you here. You can still add some more votes, but right now it seems like the slime narwhale. Is it pronounced narwhale? Narwhale is the right way to pronounce it. Am I doing it right? 2 people, you and someone else. You and someone else. Okay, cool. So I hope that you stay here, Kickstand. I hope that I hope that I'm slightly more interesting than the other guy. Maybe the promise of being a the promise of being a collaborative writing experience will be a nudge for you to stay here and participate in the writing of these monsters today. Are you a role player, Kickstand? Do you do role play, D&D, or anything else? Tell us what your experience is. If you're new to the whole hobby, that would be even more amazing. I'll let you know. I'll hint that you're not the only non-role player yet. Cool. Nice to know. Nice to hear. That's really nice to know. Okay, cool. So let's write down the narwhale, a slime narwhale. We don't have a name for it yet, so I'm just gonna write down slime narwhal. I really don't know if that's the right pronunciation, really. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but cool. New to D&D, you know D&D, you know about it, you've never played. So, you can join us on Mondays as well. We're not playing D&D, we're playing a fantasy game which is kind of like based on D&D, kind of seems like looks like old school D&D. Maybe you'll enjoy seeing how it's actually played. Shamemu? What? I don't understand. This is even harder to pronounce. I want something that I'm able to say. Okay, so what we need to do is to have a physical description. We have the first thing we need to do is a physical description. So tell me what this slime narwhale looks like. Tell me, give me pointers. Give me general descriptions about what it is. Jamu the whale? Is it? I'm missing this reference. It has a horn. Okay, so it has a horn. Let's start with a horn. It has a horn. What about its body? It moves around in a swamp, so it's not an actual fish or a whale or a water mammal or animal or whatever. It needs to move on the ground or in the mud. Narwhal. That's the right pronunciation. Narwhal. All right. So the narwhal has a horn, and how does it move? What does its body look like? Tell me, please. It's agile. Okay, yeah, it moves. It's agile in the swamp waters. Agile in the swamp waters. What else do we know? Back legs, front flippers. Ooh, long and sleek and slimy. Where are you from, Kickstand? Is it early morning where you are, or have you been sleeping until the afternoon? 4 legs and flippers in front. Oh wow, 4. So there's 4 legs. Oh, so the front legs end in flippers. The front legs end in flippers, and like it swims with these legs. And then there's the back. What are the back legs like? 4 legs. America. Cool. Okay. Afternoon. Saturday afternoon. A magical time where you can nap. So you're on the East Coast, I'm guessing, somewhere, right? It's EST. We always start at 1:30 EST, if that's your time zone. But that's when we start, which means Mondays. I hope you can join us. It's going to be 1:30 in the afternoon on Mondays for you, the Monday show. 4 legs, flippers in front. He can stand on his hind legs. Oh, okay. So it goes like this. It's a long, sleek body with 4 legs. The back legs are what kind of legs are they? I guess animal legs, which it can stand on. The front legs end in flippers, which sounds terrifying. But it also that's kind of what I'm looking for, terrifying monsters. So that's cool. Hippo-ish. Hippo-ish is not really. It's a hippo can be called sleek, but it's not really long and agile in the water, isn't it? Is it like it can swim quickly, but I think back one's kind of flat and wide, but still feet. Back ones are animal legs with flat, wide feet, which it can stand on. The front legs end in flippers. His hind legs are hippo-ish. Oh, okay, yeah. So flat, wide feet. Flat, wide, hippo-ish feet. It can stand on the front legs and in flippers. Okay, cool. We'll edit it later. We'll edit and make it clearer and more readable later, and make it a little bit clearer. Kickstand, if you want to watch what the show is about, while maybe if you're not available, you can click the YouTube link down below the video. Go to the YouTube channel. All the past episodes are there. All of these shows are there as well. Almost everything I do in this channel goes up on YouTube, so you can go there and check it out. Okay, yeah, so it needs to stand on its hind legs, and then the front will allow it to swim in the swampy waters. So that's good, because it means that it can get around in both kinds of terrain. In the water, when it needs to swim, it has the powerful flippers in the front feet, and when it's on land, it can walk on its stumpy, strong, flat, hippo-y legs. So yeah, that's part of its advantage. It can move very quickly. Agile in the swamp waters. Cool. But can also walk. I don't know if upright. Walk on its hind legs. Okay, cool. Nice. So now, what can it do? As an enemy in combat, I'd like you to tell me what kind of horn long protrudes from the center of its head. Yeah. Horn has a long horn. While I'm writing this, please tell me, what can it do in a fight? What can it do that challenges players? And also, please tell me while you're saying this, is it supposed to be a single enemy, or an enemy that comes in a group? Because maybe if it comes in a group, they have like a group tactics going on. So tell me if it's a smart creature, does it fight smartly? Does it use tools? Or is it just an animal, or like a predator, or some kind of other kind of animal, which can pose a different kind of danger? So please tell me that. Small packs, 3 or 4. Okay, 3 or 4 packs. That's cool. Comes in packs of 3 or 4. Only plants, but is very territorial. Attack anything in particular to start anything in the pack, encroaching. Oh, okay. Eats plants, but very territorial. Territorial will attack any perceived danger to the pack. Recent different culture currently during the Japanese culture and homebrewing of folklore. Homebrewing of folklore, it's not for roleplay, or for what purpose are you homebrewing of folklore based on Japanese culture? That's very interesting. I'd like to know more about that. Please tell us a bit more about what you're doing with this folklore. Okay, so what kind of moves does it have? I guess the horn, it can just attack with a horn, right? It can attack with a horn. So let's write down attacks, horn, piercing horn, right? It can just attack the enemies. The slime is a reagent. Oh wait, we said it was a slime narwhal. Is it made of slime, or is it covered? What is it? What is the slime exactly? Is the whole body except for the horn made of slime? Tell me what the place of the slime in the body is. What is its function? Because the slime has to exist for a purpose, right? For some kind of purpose. A little bit of that in my universe. I'm making a universe. I never played D&D yet. I'm making a universe. Yes, this seems to be like putting the cart ahead of the. Yeah, but I mean, it is lots of fun. As a long time game master, I can tell you that writing cool worlds with cool cultures is a lot of fun. Maybe create a wave of swamp water mixed with slime. A wave of swamp water mixed with slime. That's cool. So it protrudes slime. It's a slime nodes that makes it slippery to escape predators. Okay, cool. So let's describe it here as well. Has slime nodes? Is nodes the right nodes? It uses to slip away from predators. So it's not an apex predator at all. It's not a predator in any sense. It eats plants, and then it only attacks to defend itself, which is interesting. Which means that if I want to present this as a challenge to my players, it has to be, yeah, it's a herbivore, right? So it has to be something that they need to find out in the game that they've encroached on its territory, and then they can maybe just turn and go away, turn around, or maybe the pack, or maybe the territory of this specific pack can be around an important place. And that kind of could fit this Monday. It could fit this session because they need to get to a place that they're going to find out about right at the beginning of the episode. They're going to need to get there, like to make their way into an important location. Putting it in the middle of the territory of this pack could be an interesting thing. So, Slippery Murders, but the slime is valuable as a magical reagent. So poachers often hunt this creature. Cool, nice. Yeah. The slime gets on you, you get super slippery and everything slips. Haha. Okay. So piercing horn is one attack. Wave of slimy water is a second attack, which causes everything to be slippery. Making slippery surfaces is a staple of D&D and D&D type games. Oh, video games. You make video games. Oh, cool. And that's what you're using this culture for? Like the culture that you're building? This culture that you're writing on the pseudo-Japanese one? All right, cool. So we have two attacks. Two attacks is a good start. Anything more this creature can do. Maybe if the slime is special, if it's a magical reagent, the slime can do something else. Or maybe the creature lives in certain areas and uses its surroundings. Or maybe it has some kind of symbiotic relationship with the plants and the water and the mud. Or not. We can just say that we're done because we have packs of these creatures. It can also be corrosive. Corrosive. I don't know. It's a good question because we need to be able to cover like alpha female slime. Oh, only some of them is corrosive. Okay, wave of slime water. Okay, alpha female has a corrosive slime. That's very cool. Okay, cool. So one of them is gonna be more dangerous. A corrosive slime that they can spit out in a wave with like a wave of slimy water that they like splash and make a wave out of. I think they splash with their flippers and they shoot a jet of water from a pool or a lake, and then she's bigger. She's more aggressive. Cool. She's bigger and more aggressive. So we're gonna have two stat blocks. Two stat blocks, one for the regular slime narwhal, which still doesn't have a name, I think, because I just didn't get the previous suggestion. I have to say, I just didn't get it at all. And then we have the female, the alpha female, which is going to be tougher, a little stronger, and more aggressive. So I think we're ready to write down their stats. So now stats is gonna be a regular one. Let's write down regular for now, and then there's the alpha. You find out a name, chat. You think of a name while I'm writing down the stats. Okay? Please make some suggestions for a name. If there's going to be multiple good suggestions, we're going to do a vote as usual. Actually, someone in chat called Swampiest, which is very appropriate for today. There's someone actually called Swampiest in chat. Slime Moo. Let's try Slime Moo. That's one of the suggestions. What is the name what is the reference here? What whale? Famous whale? Do I not know? I'm missing it. Shamu the whale? The name of a famous whale. Okay. Shamu the whale? Yeah, Shamu the whale. The name used, it's not centered well, but you can see, yeah, the name of several SeaWorld orca shows. The stage name given to the star of these shows. So it was several famous whales, the star of the Shamu whale show in SeaWorld. Okay, so that's an idea. That's cool. Yeah, a killer whale. Other suggestions, you can make other ones while I'm writing down the stats. I think a regular one needs to have like 3 hit dice. 3 hit dice is respectable, but we need to make it not too much because they're gonna face 3 or 4 of them, which means 3 hit dice mean it's gonna be at least 12 hit dice of monsters when they face 4 of them, and the female is probably gonna be more aggressive, so probably more like 13 or 14 hit dice, which is a lot for a 4th level group. So we need to not do too much. The attacks can be horn. Piercing horn. Piercing horn can be Sally. Yeah, Sally would be Sally would be a good idea to find names for things, but she's not here with us tonight, I guess. Unavailable again. Piercing horn does 2d8 damage. That's respectable. That's a good amount of damage. And then there's a slime wave. The slime wave doesn't do damage. What it does is force this or actually let's do a dexterity save or get disadvantage to movement. So what that means is that when you get attacked with this, if it attacks you with this slime wave instead of with its horn, then you need to do a dex save. Actually, let's make it a group dexterity save. They can attack a group of characters with it at once, so even one of them can attack a group of the PCs, even all of them if they're all bunched together. So group dex save, or you get disadvantage to movement, which means if you move, then you need to keep your balance, you need to move very slowly, and then you get disadvantage to whatever you do. So if they get covered in slime, whoever fails the dexterity save, the dexterity check, then they get covered in slime. If you move and then you try to attack after moving in the same turn, in the same round, you will get disadvantage because the movement was hard on a slippery surface and you were covered with slippery slime. So that's cool. Let's call it a slippery slime wave because it's going to be a different kind of slime wave by the alpha. So the alpha has 5 hit dice. Okay, it's 5 hit dice and it's more aggressive. Remember that right now these group members are all 4th level. When you're level 4, then you have 4 hit dice. And if you fight an enemy with, or a group of enemies with more hit dice than you, then that means that you attack with disadvantage. Even capable warriors like Atlas, the Death Knight, with their cool sword, they only have 4 hit dice right now, which means that they're gonna suffer disadvantage when they attack if they go one-on-one on the with the alpha, fighting them one-on-one, and if they fight 2 regular slime moos. Slime moo. So this is gonna be slime moo. If they fight 2 slime moos, that's a total of 6 hit dice, which means that they still are gonna get disadvantage for their attack rolls. Still very good fighter. They have 16 strength, so they're still likely to hit, but much less than usually. Here comes slimy horny bastards. Slimy horny bastard seems a little bit on the nose, doesn't it? On the horn, if you catch my drift. Slimy horny bastard is accurate. It is an accurate name. So 5 hit dice. Piercing horn is the same same horn, 2d8 damage, but then there's a corrosive slime wave, which is a group dexterity save, or it causes damage to everyone. It's an area effect damage, which means it shouldn't be that much. Like, let's do this 2d8 as well. No, let's make it more. Let's make it more a little meaner. 2d10 or 2d10 damage. Okay, so there's some corrosion by the slime, and maybe then they get. They also need to somehow scrape it off, or they keep taking damage, or 2d10 damage plus 2d4 every subsequent round. Until you somehow clean yourself of the slime. Right? That's cool. Alright, Kickstand. Come back and participate if you hear something interesting. Have fun playing. Nice to see you, and thank you for the follow. Blah, blah, blah. Snail whale? Snail walls? Snail wall? Slime walls? Slime walls is good. Yeah, slime wall. Horny, slimy, horny bastard. And there's snail walls. I think snail walls, they're not snails, right? We would, if we thought about snail walls, we would have written them differently a little bit. So let's put that aside. Maybe snail wall is going to be a cool monster for a different area of the world. But I think that oh, we don't have a lurk command here. I should add it. It's a very popular command, but I didn't set up in this channel yet. Failigators. Okay, failigators may be the next one. It might be the next one. So let's make a vote. We have 3 options for the name of this monster. One is Slime Moo. The other one is slimy horny bastards. The third suggestion is slime walls. Slime wall is what I'm gonna, yeah. Okay, so slime horny bastard in the single. So now retract the bastards. You don't want it. Okay. So let's retract the bastards. I'm not gonna complain. So slimy or slime wall? What is the better one? Slime wall. Cecil Behave seems to be in favor of slime wall. More votes? No, I'm not sure I'm gonna put the music because it's only 2 suggestions. Just tell me what you prefer out of these 2, because Slime, I just didn't recognize it, but I'm not against it. I think it's a cool suggestion. I think we should go for it if you prefer it. So just tell me what you prefer. Slime wall is also cool. I like slime wall as well. It's anyway. It has everything. I'm for slime wall, obvious. Okay, so slime wall was selected. It won the vote. Slime wall, cool. And now I draw it. Now it is the time for me to create beautiful art. It is a shame Furburn is not here anymore. He seems to have disappeared. I need to now draw. Oh god. I think I will start by drawing a pool of water. A pool of water, I think. And then drawing time. Thank you for the cheers, Fina boy. Oh shit! I made this blue. I made the whole thing blue. No, no, no. This is not blue. This is black. However, I'm gonna draw smile wall. Oh no! I wrote smile wall. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Slime wall. It's also maybe I'll make it smiling as well. It'll be a smiling animal. Um. Blah blah blah. Often smiles. They often smile. They have a smile on their faces. Yeah, they are disturbing. Okay. So let's draw. Let's draw it. Let's make it happen. Okay, freehand. Let's choose a color. So they're hiding in the water, like they move. They move in the water. Yeah, a cute, happy family. That's true. And then one of them. One of them. What color are they? What's the color? They live in the swamp. They should be a dark color, right? It should be a dark color to disguise themselves. Let's make them a dark, like dark brown. No, not a brown. A red, more a red thing. Grayish, grayish. Okay, they're grayish. Like a grayish color. Is the most grayish color here. Is this grayish? It's kind of gray. It's kind of gray, but I didn't make it long and sleek. It'd be longer and sleeker. That was pretty grayish. I'm gonna choose the same one. The slime has a green tinge. Yes, they're covered in slime, which is going to be the usual slime color. In this channel, I needed to draw slime many times. Not always by my own choice. Somehow, many of the games we played that I wanted to draw what was going on, the Choose Your Own Adventures and the other games that we played on the channel, featured slime very often. So I got some experience in drawing slime. So I'm going to draw the slime very well, I think. This is a longer and sleeker animal. Now there's a horn. Oh, Lord, a horn from the middle of their face. This is an evil-looking horn. Looks like a knife. That's cool. So now I will draw some flippers. The front legs ending in these flippers, these wide flippers, and then there's the other leg as well. Okay, so these are the two flipper feet. Slime painter to add to my resume. I think that's a good line, isn't it? I have some experience drawing slime, slime art. I like that. They have eyes, probably, right? They do have eyes. They have to have eyes. Have this. Cool. Cool eye, I think. And then, the lopsided, but never mind. Lives in the swamp, it doesn't need to see well, right? Doesn't need to see very well. And then there's the slime wave, but I think I will draw the larger one, the female alpha, who's bigger and more impressive. There needs to be like big, wide slippers. Slippers. Maybe she has slippers on her feet. Wide flippers, and then this one is angry because you disturbed its territory. Right, let's put a smile on this face. It's smiling. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, this is terrible. This one is going to be smiling. An even wider smile. And even a bigger one. Oh, God. Oh, shit. It's happy. It's happy while it's... it's destroying you. Oh, you can't see the whole thing. Okay. Now we need to draw the slime wave. Slime wave. The usual slime color. Let's draw some more of the water. Oops, not the same color. Also not the same color. What's the color? What's the water color that I chose? Is this? Is it this? Is this the? Close enough. This is more water. Yes, I'm gonna have a horn. You're right. You're right. To draw a horn. It's gonna be here. Look at this. Look at this huge horn. Jesus. This is a horny bastard. Actually, I can totally make a shirt with a selection of the coolest monsters. that's gonna be up. I'm gonna put that up. All right. And now a slime wave. Oh wow, how do I draw the slime wave? It's like a huge wave with a crest. Like there's a crest. It's going that way. It's cresting and it's gonna drop on the heads of the hapless adventurers, of the poor people, the poor adventurers who thought they were safe. Here's the slime, and you can see some of the slime here on their bodies. They're going to be partially covered in the slime. Okay, cool, nice. I like it. I like that. All right. Okay, that's good art. These are the slime walls. This is the female. What else? Yeah, I mean, I could draw the corrosive slime on an adventurer, and now that like the adventurer is starting to melt or something, but I think it's a bit too, a little too much. A melting. You want to see a melting PC? Oh man. All right. Let's draw a melting PC. Sure. Let's draw a melting PC. So we need this color. It'll be a knight. A knight in armor. There's no room to the right of here. There's no room here, and you won't see what I draw anyway, because it went too far to the right. So let's just draw a different image, a different picture. It's going to be an adventurer, and this is like their armor. You know, there's like an armor. They're wearing plate armor. Quite a few dying people / skeletons. I did many skeletons. I don't remember having drawn many dying people or skeletons. What, in the sorcery books, in the game books? That's the gauntlet. That's the gauntlet of the armor. And then there's the shoulder, like the pauldrons, and there's the. Yeah, now I need to move this whole thing down a little bit. Shit, I got almost all of it. Move, all right, down here. And now there's a helmet, but I think instead of a helmet, we're just gonna draw a lot of slime, because this poor guy has been covered by a bunch of slime, which is now dripping down, and creating, look at this thing, a puddle of dissolved metal and ichor. All right. Cool. With monster stuff, a lot of dying people. Oh, I guess, yeah, the desert ones. I don't think we had skeletons. Maybe we did. All right, and blood. Do you see blood when somebody melts away? Let's draw a little bit of blood. some blood. Some blood. Oh shit, no, it's too visible. Oh no, what have I done? I don't want blood. No, no, no blood. It looks better this way. Under the abyss. Oh, right. There was someone getting sucked in, right? Sucked into the, right. Underground. Okay, so that's the hapless guy, and I'm gonna move it to the right here. You're not gonna be able to see it. Or actually, it hasn't been hit by the wave yet, so it's a different image, a different picture. This is a victim. This is a hapless victim. Or I mean hapful, because they're adventurers. They know what they're going into. They have lots of hap, but still got in way over his head, if you know what I mean. And now we're ready for our second monster. We're going to draw another monster, all ready to go again, and we have enough room. So let's see which suggestions you've had in the thank you for the compliments in chat. So we had the Will of the Whip. Still, let's write down the suggestions here just so we don't forget them, because some of the people who made these suggestions are gone. Will of the Whip. Second suggestion was Slime Narwhal, but then there was oh, I can't scroll back. What was the other suggestion made by Itai? He had another suggestion and I kind of forgot about it. Failigator. Failigator is definitely one suggestion. What else do we have? Any other suggestions, or do you want to just do these two? We can just do these two. Yeah, I don't remember the rest of the suggestions, so let's just do this. So let's make a vote. Which one do you want to do first? Failigator, the Failigator, or Will of the Whip? Or Shambling Mount. It was Shambling Mount, yes. Yeah, so these are the three suggestions. A leech type creature. Something like a leech. That's very cool. Okay, so which one? Which one are we gonna do? I'm gonna put on the music for voting. You please make your choice right now. There's only 2 people active at this moment, so you're gonna have 1 vote each. I'll be the tiebreaker if there's a tie, and let's see what gets voted. It is your choice. A Will of the Whip. 1 vote. All right. Oh, nice. It looks like a vine. Okay, cool. So there's a request to make it sentient, which can definitely do. Do you remember what his suggestion was before Itai seemingly disappeared? He wanted a creature to be able to get into things. He gets into you or something. If you remember, please say so. But if not, I mean, he's not here and we are, so we can make these choices. So we're writing down the Will o' the Whip. And the Will o' the Whip is a vine-like creature. Can it disguise itself? Oh, it ties here. That's cool. It even forces you to whip things. Oh, it forces you to whip things. So it's not a whip itself. So that's a question. That's a question. Let's start with a physical description. You start by telling me not just Itai, everyone who's here. You tell me what what it looks like. What it looks like. What do you see when you see it for the first time? That's gonna be just see floating lights, floating lights. Mm-hmm. It's not a vine-like creature. Floating light. Anything else? Does it make a sound? Does it move in a certain way? I guess you start by seeing it from afar, from far away, but then you can also, I don't know, maybe when you see it up close, you notice details that you didn't see far away. Does it have a way to tempt people to come closer? A sound that it makes, or some kind of pattern of movement that makes you want to get closer? Makes you believe in a higher power? Creates religious imagery. It creates religious imagery. Wow. But what does it have to do with whipping? Is it again a reference I'm missing, or did you just go on a train of thought that ended in this random station? Just take a ride to some unknown place on your train of thought. Watch me whip. Yeah, I know that. I just don't remember the higher power. I don't know. Is it something? I don't know. I'm probably missing a reference of some sort. Yes, religions do have a connection to whipping. Shame. Is it me who should be full of shame, or is it part of what the will of the whip does? Come on, let's go back to physical description. I want to start with a physical description. It's not random. I want it to be a physical description because I want to know what the creature looks like, what it moves like, what it sounds like. Before we decide on the attacks and the special effects and all the powers it has, I want to know what the creature looks and moves like. Please tell me that. Does it float? Does it walk? Does it roll? Does it just appear or flash or blink? Hunting weapon, a whip. So you still wanted to look like a whip made of lights? I think we're going in several different directions here, and I think that we should do a vote. We should make a vote. Because the will of the whip is a cool pun, but I think there's two competing ideas in different chatters' heads. And trying to accept too many of these ideas at the same time is going to lead to disappointment later on. When I try to draw the goddamn thing. So I want it to be clear when we're done with the physical description part what it really is, what its body is. I no way in hell I veto that. I veto needing to draw angels as described in the book of Ezekiel. That's not something that's gonna happen tonight. Maybe if a better a better person than I was the one drawing them. But no way. However, I do want to know what it looks like. A vague song makes you feel nostalgic. Nice, a song. I like the song idea. It plays a song. There's a song. Okay, okay. We wings and heads of animals and want to get closer. Okay, so is it the shape of a whip or is it a tempting light? Because the will of the wisp is something that we all know what it looks like, but a vine that looks like a whip, I'm not gonna have it also give off light and like combine all of these ideas. So now you vote. Is it something that is in the shape of a whip, and that is why the name the will of the whip, or is it a floating light? Hey, Ty, thank you for dropping by. We'll make it something nasty. Definitely make it something nasty. I want to try something and put on music now. Some background music. I have music which fits a marsh, swamp. And you tell me if it's annoying. You tell me if it's annoying to have this background music. I like sentient vine creature called Will. Will of the Whip. So it's called Will of the Whip because it's actually Will, and it's like a whip. Flying saucer that has whips and emits lights. Tina Boy, you have made 1,000 suggestions in the past 8 minutes. Please decide on something. I think I'm gonna go with Sit Still Behave's latest suggestion. So what it is a vine shaped like a whip, which is named Will. Now, if it's a Will of the Whip, it needs to draw characters in, to draw travelers through the jungle, through the swamp, into its clutches. How does it draw these people? There was an idea about playing a song. Wants go for light but play a vague song. A merchant cursed by a witch. Ooh, so it's actually a person, a specific person. Will clear a path. And the only one is here, Prince of Distant Land. Yeah, so if it's named Will, maybe if it's just like one person, one creature that was cursed by a witch. So I think he was cursed by a witch. Why was he cursed by a witch? A sentient vine creature, not just one vine? So, what do you mean by not just one vine? There's multiples of those? Or is it one creature with multiple vines? So Still Behave, what do you mean by your latest greedy? Okay, greed is a good story. Good sin. The second. Okay, so it has many vines. It's a vine creature. No, wait. One body made of vines, vaguely human shaped. Okay. So, a vine... So it's not a vine shaped like what? A human-shaped body made of vines. Is named... Will. It was cursed by a witch for his greed. And I think it was actually a prince. He was a prince and was cursed by a witch for his greed. Now, she wanted him to nay, but he wouldn't, and now we must whip for eternity. Trina Boy seems to be in favor. Trina Boy seems to be in favor of that idea. Emphatically in favor. Okay. So not for his greed. He was a witch because he wouldn't nay for her. Before Monday's session, I'm gonna have to freshen up, to freshen my memory about what exactly a nay is and what it looks like. Nay for her at a royal dance. So it's one of those Beauty and the Beast type situations. He has a debilitating curse put on him because of a totally random reason. She was very petty. She wanted a very random thing. He was very, absolutely within his rights to say, no, I would not nay for you. I would not do this one specific dance move. And then she, for that, decided to turn him into a body made of vines. This Still Behave Once that we'll see. We will see. So, okay, so he was cursed. Now, what does he do? Tell me, please, how does he live in the swamp? What does he do? Not what can he do. That's going to be the fight section below. Like his powers and his attacks is going to be a little bit later. What does he do, like, every day? What does it eat? How does it move? She cursed him to whip for eternity and wander the swamp. Yeah. Tell me, please, what does it do every day when there's no adventurers around? There's no enemies, no one else to challenge it or to cause any trouble. What does it do? How does it live? Climbs trees, searching for travelers and animals to lure. Creates a path for them through the vegetation to his home. Oh, he lures animals into his home by creating a path through the vegetation. So he can create a path, like this spell. The curse will only break if he whips a challenger that would not nay-nay. Whips a challenger that would not nay-nay. I'm not sure I understand that, kind of way. Can you explain what does that mean exactly? Sit still, behave. Meanwhile, he climbs the trees, searching for travelers and animals to lure. It creates a path for them through the vegetation to his home. So he does tempt and lures prey into his home, which is good because will-o'-the-wisps, like the regular kind of animal. I'm afraid I cannot. Yes, I think it's it makes sense. It's unexplainable, that sentence. A group dance to break the curse. The curse can be broken not only by a group dance. I like to give my players more than one option to solve problems, but let's write this one down. A group dance by a group dance. Okay, he whips them senseless and absorbs their nutrients. Okay, so that's gonna be one of his attacks. Okay, so Will lures prey into his home in the swamp. By watch me whip. Lures prey into the swamp by what does he do? What does he do to lure prey into the swamp? What does it do to lure the prey? It doesn't drag them there. Like, it doesn't attack them and drag them there. It has to be something that lures them in, that makes people want to be lured into his home, where he preys on the animals and the travelers. How does he draw them in? I still do nostalgic song. Oh, okay. Singing in a beautiful voice. He knows many old songs which can cause nostalgic memories to well up in his prey. And then telling of his misery. People tend to follow a path when there is one. Yeah, okay, so actually creating a path also works. He can also control vegetation to create paths through the swamp. Do we prefer to have both of these or only one? Because I think one of those alone could work. Let's vote. I think we should only have one of them. Does he use music and nostalgic songs, or does he just create clear paths through the swamp that lead right into his lair? Let's make the vote right now. You vote between these two choices because I don't want to have the two of them together. I want to have only one of the options. Path clear by tending it. Oh, he doesn't control vegetation. He just tends the swamp. For a melancholic song. Okay, so we're for song. So I'm gonna remove the clearing the path. I think it's more. It's too much. I think it's a little bit too much. I think we have one mechanism that he has that can is capable of luring prey in, and then why does he need to lure? Do we have different songs? I mean, we can. This could be the next monster we draw and we write, but this one is not the one. This is not the one that sings songs. So yeah. Now when the prey is in his lair, what does he do then? He can't be too powerful, right? He can't be too powerful. He has to have traps laid out, because if he was very powerful, he could just go around devouring animals, right? He could just catch people out in the jungle. Claude speaks a lot. He tells a lot of stories. He doesn't play music necessarily. I don't think it's oh no, actually there is elevator music. There's nice elevator music underneath Claude. So yeah, I think he uses his vines to lay traps. He springs his trip vines and other traps made of vines, which is like nooses, covered pits. Actually, not covered pits is I think less fits less well, but nooses is good. Nooses or nets is another good option to trap the poor animal slash person, and then he whips them and eats them. Cool. So that means that his lair is a truly scary place, a terrifying place. It's full of skeletons of animals and maybe even a person, like an actual skeleton of someone who's been eaten, has been just left, the bones have just been left behind, picked clean by Will. So yeah, we can now proceed. More skeletons to draw. We'll see. We'll see what of this I actually draw. So yeah, now let's think of the attacks. So the stats are, he's not going to be very powerful. 3 hit dice, and he comes alone. Well, there's only one of him. He dislikes magic, wants to turn back into a human. Right, he dislikes magic. That makes sense. He strongly dislikes magic, meaning he can be frightened into submission by a spellcaster. Also wants to turn back to normal. Okay. He has 3 hit dice, not extremely powerful, seeing as he comes alone. But he can whip, which is, I think it could be a good chunk of damage, like 2d6, 2d6 non-lethal damage. Non-lethal damage. Non-lethal meaning if you get to 0 hit points, if he takes all of your hit points away, you don't, you might lose consciousness, or you're going to be disabled, you're not going to be able to keep fighting, but you don't take a serious wound. So you don't lose ability, you don't take ability damage, or take lasting wounds that are going to debilitate you for a while. You're just going to get unconscious or fall down to the ground and be unable to keep fighting. So it's 2d6 non-lethal damage, plus Spring Trap. Spring Trap is Dex save, or be immobilized. Right? You're immobilized if you fall to one of his traps. So the plus in the middle means he does both of these. Every round of combat there's going to be a whip attack and a trap that he springs. Does he eat humans or no? Seems like an important point. I think he eats whatever he finds. He's not, like he doesn't, how do you say it? Is not. He's pretty unscrupulous. I'm against that. Oh, he doesn't eat people. He doesn't eat people. So it means if he meets the PCs, he's not going to eat them, right? There are 3 of them are humanoids, and the other one also is like a sentient creature that I'm not sure you can even eat. He's turned into a vine decades or centuries ago. Decades makes sense to me. Yeah. Okay, he was prince who was cursed by a witch in any global dance and broken by a group dance. He was cursed decades ago. Does he eat people or not? Supplies. Oh. So he doesn't eat them. He tries to beat them senseless. He tries to get them unconscious, and then to steal some of their supplies or to force them to break this spell. Yeah. People get lured into his lair and beaten senseless, but then not eaten, but rather forced to help. It's only animals. Cool. Yeah, he vaguely remembers what it was like to be a human, to be an actual person. Okay, cool. So 2d6 non-lethal damage plus a spring trap, which makes somebody immobilized and unable to attack. And that's one. That's his one attack. That's what he does. He wraps one around the limbs of the unconscious people and tries to make them dance. I want to give him an advantage when he's camouflaged. Camouflage, which is disadvantage to spot him. Okay, so if you want to try to spot him in the jungle, he's made of vines, so you're going to have disadvantage doing that. You're not going to be able to do that very easily. What else? Not realizing the spell will be broken only if they do it willingly. So he wants to make them dance. Okay. He will try to force unconscious people to dance, knowing intuitively that this is his key to survival. Not to survival, key to go back to normal. Key to breaking the curse. Okay, cool, nice. Dislikes, not disliked. Alright. That's good. That's very good. That's a very good monster. I think we're ready to draw him. Which means this is my job now, again. To draw this thing. Okay, alright. Let's draw a dark green bunch of vines. I think it's gonna be this. This is gonna be... can I, large? Oh yeah, thicker. A before and after. When he was a prince, you mean? When he was still a person? A guy? This is just a bunch of vines? Maybe it should be more like a curtain. Maybe I should do more like a curtain of vines. Ooh, I think I should. Yeah, no, never mind. Let me delete all this. This is not good. I should do... like a curtain of vines. Yeah, there's more here. And in this curtain of vines, a very scary image. The bones, leftover bones of creatures who have been eaten. Please do. Please tell us where you got the idea from. Maybe just a skull here, a skull of some kind of animal. Cat is meowing. Bulbasaur? Horror in the Sea of Stories? What's Horror in the Sea of Stories? I don't know what that is even. By Salman Rushdie. Oh, cool. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna check that out. That's very cool. Okay, so there's some animal skeletons, and now let's draw the monster itself. The man of the hour. He's kind of like connected to the vines. He's connected to the vines around him. And this is like just a bunch of vines just curled up. Just some curled up vines. He's trying to... Oh, you don't really... Do you see the green? Do you see how green it is? It's supposed to be quite green. I'm not sure if my screen is presenting it like in my OBS. I see it as not very green, like very a gray, a greenish dark gray. Prince Will of Whippingham. Named Prince Will of Whippingham. Cool. Alright, cool. That's very, very nice. I like that. Okay, so... Kingdom is called The Whip by Outsiders. Great, but we trust you. Okay. I promise you in my other screen, it's pretty green. Okay. So now we know that that's what it looks like, and let's draw some of the traps. I think the cool thing about these traps is that they're connected. They're connected to him, so that's a trap. That's like a noose. That's like a noose. It's connected to him. That's like a net that he casts. You know, a net of vines, and then there's like a trip vine, which is just like stretched across. So that means that all these traps are always connected to his body. He doesn't just lay them; he casts them out, and then they're connected to him. They can be far away, like a few meters away from him, but he's always around when these traps are around. So that's how he hunts. And that's very, very cool. That's a cool monster. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Okay, we have time. If we go at it quickly, we have time for hopefully two monsters. So let's do it. Let's draw two more monsters. I'm going to need to increase the size of this. Oh, now I need to change. No. 70. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I need to change this. There, yeah, definitely. Cool. Right, more page to go. All right. You've already written the whole history of the kingdom. They are now nihilistic. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. All right, all right. Let's edit. Let's edit this. All right. The kingdom. The kingdom. Will was prince of is called the Whip. It's called the Whip. Let's find a better name for the kingdom though itself. Although we said Whippingham, Whippingham is like the capital. Whippingham is maybe the capital of the kingdom, but maybe the kingdom can be called something that has whip in its name. Not sure. Well, let's write down the whip for now. But you find me another name for the kingdom. It's not just the whip. I think it should be something other. Their motto used to be, "We do not nay." After Will was cursed, the kingdom descended into nihilism. Alright, nihilism. Okay, so that's the history. We're done with the will of the Whip, which is the name he has been given after he became this horrible monster. And yeah, now we are ready to start a new one. Let's begin. Gotta go. Yeah, it's probably very late where you are, Tina boy. It is probably very, very late. Yeah. Anyone else in chat wants to hop in and help us draw more monsters? I want to create at least one more for tonight. At least one more monster. And I want to add one more. Thank you very much for coming, Tina boy. It was awesome seeing you. Hopefully we'll see you again next week. We're probably going to be drawing more monsters. It's going to go on for a couple more weeks. I think it's going to take a while until we start the next show. So yeah, you can always join us again and help us draw more monsters. Okay, let's see. There was an idea made by someone else online. Alright. Oh my god. That's a cool idea. Okay, so I wanna draw another monster which kind of fits well in a swamp. Heroes of Might and Magic kind of taught me that hydras go in swamps, right? So this is the idea. Oh shit, it's all in one line. So this is the idea. It's an idea suggested to me by someone in Reddit when I asked for ideas for cool things to be included in my session. It was a while ago, and this was not the suggestion that got the most upvotes, so this was not the one that was accepted. It wasn't the one that got the most upvotes, so I wasn't forced to put it in, and it didn't really fit that one session, but I kind of really like that idea. I really like that Hydra... who's not necessarily an enemy, but could become an enemy later, and it's like an increasing problem for the players. So the idea right now, it was suggested in Reddit by someone called Excitier. So thank you, Excitier, for the idea. I don't know if you'll ever be seeing that, this stream or the video later on. But anyway, he's the one who made the suggestion. And the idea, for anyone who can't read, maybe the text is too small for you, is a smart talking Hydra that constantly seeks power for itself. But the Hydra doesn't want to be hated or seen as a threat. Once in a while, it will appear on the player's path to offer a favor in exchange for a clean head cut. The threshold for what counts as a clean cut in slashing damage increases with every encounter, right? So you need to cause more damage in order to cause a clean cut. And just slash off one of the heads. Blah blah blah. When it's achieved, the Hydra will reward the entire group with increasingly good, perhaps magical favor for everyone. Players can also talk with it to discover its personality better. So it has a personality. It actually has. It's actually someone that the players should be able to talk to. Since they'll behave, or anyone who's around, you can think of a name for this Hydra. While we're doing that, let's think of a description. What is this? What does this Hydra look like? So obviously, it's a Hydra is a big lizard body, right? It's a big dragon-like body with 4 legs and a powerful tail. And then there's several heads coming out on long necks, long scaly necks like snakes, and they end in lizard heads with sharp teeth who can attack and fight and protect themselves. Let's inject some changes into it. It's not... Maybe there's going to be like 1 or 2 things that are different in this Hydra than other Hydras. Should be a non-threatening colors. Cool. Non-threatening colors is amazing. So let's decide which colors. What is going to be the color? A non-threatening color is awesome. Like a light green. Polka dots. Nice. Polka dots in what colors? Like red polka dots or something else? Red is a threatening color in some way, although if it's polka dots, yeah, no red. So what is going to be the colors? It's going to be 2 colors then. Pink dots, and what is going to be the background? The base color. Any ideas? What does pink look good on? Light green. Yeah, light green and then pink on it. Cool. Light green body with pink polka dots. Cool. That'll be an incentive to maybe find out what's special about this Hydra. Maybe not to attack it. What is its personality? It says multicolored. I'd say multicolored polka dots, and then it can't hide. It can't hide. That's awesome. Okay, with multicolor polka dots. Let's write down some of the colors. It should be pink, violet, orange, blue, at the very least, right? These 4 colors, and maybe some other ones as well. We'll see what kind of selection I have in Roll20. And then I'll choose one of the cooler, some of the cooler, strong, like vibrant, funny, random colors. And we'll see. Super inclusive and respectful. Okay, so its personality. It should have a distinct personality. Super inclusive and respectful. That's very good. What else? What else? Always looking for power. So it can't be all nice, right? If it's looking for power, if looking for personal power to increase its power, I'm thinking it would be like a long-term enemy, a long-term problem for the players. At first, it'll look like it's harmless, like it's just cat. It's cat. Come on. Cat is causing problems. It's first is gonna look like it's nothing dangerous. No, the Hydra is not a cat; it's a Hydra, but it's my cat is causing problem. We need to. We'd incorporate this, but could it gaslight them? Gaslight them? How? And what subject? What it's? I can GM it. I can roleplay it. Just excited about the cat. Yes, that is exciting. It was invisible on camera this time. Often, it just jumps up and attacks me, so you can see the cat right here, like on my, biting my fingertips off. What does it gaslight them about? It can be a mean. It can be a manipulative character, which fits very well. You know, it can seem harmless at first, and then later on, it'll become a problem. And then it'll be kind of too late for the players. If the players want to attack it, the Hydra when they just meet it for the first time, it's going to be very easy to dispatch. It's not going to be a very powerful creature. But then when they slice off a head, the Hydra is going to become more and more powerful, and it's going to suggest more treasures, more. It's going to be harder to cut off a head, but it's going to offer more treasures and more power in return. And then later on, I'm thinking it would become an enemy. It could then like just turn and become mean and just like take control of an area, maybe an area with something important for the players, for the characters, and then they're going to have to go and dispatch it, like to fight it. But by then, it's going to be too powerful. It's going to be too powerful to beat in a face-to-face combat. That's the plan I'm thinking of, right? So later on, it has more and more power, and they have to decide at some point if they stop cutting off his heads just because he's asking them to do it. Is it a he or a she? Tell me, please. Is it a male or a female, a man or a woman? Cat is biting my hand now. Off screen again. Male or female? You choose. Anyone there? Neither. Oh, neither. Okay, okay. Neither male nor female. So that kind of implies that maybe the creature's creation was a little bit unusual. Maybe it was like it was birthed in some other process, from a natural process, or from an artificial, or like it was artificially created by someone. So I think one of two things: either a natural process kind of gave rise to this Hydra, or it was created by an artificial process by somebody. So tell me, please, which one and what was the process? Do you have any suggestions? Nice. Sugar, spice, everything nice, and lust for power. Okay. So, somebody created an artificial creature, and go away, cat. Look, he's hunting me. He's looking for prey. Helpful, unkillable assistant. Oh, an unkillable assistant. Cool. An artificial creature in order to serve as an unkillable, I would say guard. A guard. Unkillable guard. And accidentally included an unwanted ingredient in the spell. Right? Just like the Powerpuff Girls, something else fell into the mixture, was added into the mixture while he wasn't looking. Guard makes more sense, yeah. Okay, cool. So now... I think... what does it talk like? He's very inclusive and respectful. That's very cool. That's a strong personality. He's looking for power, so he needs to be somewhat manipulative. He needs to be intelligent. Intelligent. Maybe even, how do you say, someone who's uses flattery a lot. You know, he's respectful, but he also, not just respect, it's also, how do you call flattery? A more sophisticated name for being, not just flattery, but giving people compliments and being very, like sweet-talking them into helping. Come on, there's bound to be a name. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep it as flattery. Uses Flattery. Let's say demagoguery. Why not? No, I think just uses flattery to get his way. Neither male nor female. Somebody created an artificial creature that's all included. In the spell. Okay. So now let's write down the stats. So the stats are like this. So first of all, it needs to have 2 hit dice per head. Okay, 2 hit dice per head means that at first when they meet him, maybe this Monday if they do, or maybe for the first time, maybe some other time, it's gonna be very weak. It's gonna be very easily dispatched. It's not gonna be hard for them at all. But later on, when they grow, when they help this creature grow new heads, it's going to become more and more powerful. 4 hit dice is still going to be not very powerful. 6 is now a bit of a problem for a group of 4 4th level characters. 8 is going to be very powerful. 10 is even more. Actually, I think it's not a fast enough progression. I think 3 hit dice per head is even better. 3 hit dice, and then there's... or maybe we could do 2 hit dice for the body, plus 2 hit dice per head. That's better. Okay, so it starts from 4, and then goes up to 6, 8, 10, and so on and so forth, and it's like Unbound. Hydra is usually, I think the mythological Hydra had 7 heads, or was it 9? 7 or 9? So if it's up to 7, it's already 16 hit dice. It's a huge creature. If it ever gets that far. So yeah, so that could be a very powerful enemy later on in the campaign. But right now it's going to be this recurring character that comes along and offers them treasure. And then later on, like to gather power, to become more powerful. Attacks is bite, 1d8 per head. Okay, so when it bites you, the more heads it has, the more time to get bitten. And then you take all this damage. Let's do 1d8. Yeah, I think 1d10. Yeah. 1d10 per head. This is the bite. It can also have a tail slam, I think. Tail slam, 1d... Let's do 1d12. No, let's do 2d6. It's going to be a more powerful weapon. But it has only one of these, no matter how many heads it has. And then we need to write something about cutting off heads. Critical hit. Critical hit with a slashing weapon slices off a head cleanly. Automatically. Let's do hit dice that are even more powerful. 2d10 hit dice. Usually hit dice are d8s. I think I want these to be wheedling and cajolery. Wheedling is nice. Wheedling could be nice, but no, I think flattery is just better. Yeah, I was wondering where you went. Not very surprised. Okay, so critical hit with slash weapon automatically reducing max HP by max hit points by 2d10 hit dice is 5.5 times 2. It's 11 hit points. So it does the damage and it's automatically reducing the max hit points by 11 additionally. Yes. I think 1d10 per head or maneuver. It's gonna have maneuvers. You know, like Atlas has maneuvers, like fighters who can do cool things. This creature has like intelligent heads, and some of the heads, instead of dealing damage, can do maneuvers like grappling a creature and pulling it into the range of other heads and making it easier for them to attack it, or trying to trip somebody and make it fall on the floor, or do other cool things instead of dealing damage. Again, when it's just one head, which is the way I think they're going to meet this creature with only two heads. It's still going to be clear for them that it's a Hydra. It's going to be two, or maybe, I wonder. I don't know. Maybe just one or two. I'm not sure exactly what should be the. Yeah. Also, I think it should have. It should be harder. Two heads to begin with. Two heads, minimum. Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be two heads. It's gonna be two heads, and then these heads are gonna be very nice. This creature with two heads is gonna be very nice to the party, and is gonna ask them to cut off one of the heads, which will cause it to leave the encounter with three heads for the first encounter where they meet it. It's gonna say thank you very much. It's gonna give him some treasure, or some kind of help, and then it's gonna go away. Critical hit with a slashing weapon slices off a head cleanly, or max HP by 11 in addition to damage. If they think they kill it, it might be funnier the first time. Oh! It only has one head, and it's asking them to cut off its only head. They think it's gonna kill it. I mean, I have the sense that some of them might guess that it's a Hydra, if it's asking them to cut off a head. But let's see. Let's have them meet the creature with only one head for the first time. If the Hydra... By the way, no name yet. No name yet. Think of a name while I'm writing this sentence here. If the Hydra is willingly allowing them to cut off its head, then any damage, any slashing above 11 does it. And finally 11 or above does it. So now, because again 11 is 2 hit dice worth of hit points for this creature, and a head is worth 2 hit dice. Hydra. Then it says, hi! A Hydra! Okay, so it's gonna be the Hydra. Hydra. With capital H-I. A Hydra! Hi, actually with an exclamation mark as well. A Hydra! The Hydra is gonna be, your ideas are accepted. It's it. That's it. There's no judgment here. There's no one to say no. No one to vote against you. It's just accepted as it is. Let's draw the Hydra, which is now gonna be. It's gonna start as this. I can do circles, but the body, I'm gonna do a light green body. Light green. Oh, let's do this. Oh shit. Let's do this. There should be judgment? Your ideas should be judged? No, I disagree, says Still Behave. Your ideas should not be judged. They should be accepted as they are. This is not a camouflage color. I like that. I like that. I really like that color. Whoops. He's more a dog ear than a lizard. Yeah, that's more like it. It is a great color, isn't it? It's great in the sense that it's terrible. Too much face. Teeth. Sharp teeth. Man, what have I done? Okay, let's draw some sharp teeth. It's gonna be black. It's gonna be a thinner line. These are the teeth. I have a slight lisp. Is that a lot to ask? Lisp is awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay, okay. Personality, flattery out of the way. Slight lisp. Yes, it has a lisp. And I just drew the teeth that are the cause of the lisp. I love it. Oh man. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, let's just keep the top teeth protruding. And now, let's draw some of the circles. Oh, actually I should fill it in with the green. My beautiful perspective. All ruined. Okay, let's fill this in with green. After we're done filling this in with this garish green, we'll be able to draw the dots, the polka dots in many colors, and we'll see which colors are available for us. Okay, cool. Cool, nice. Alright, so now, an overbite. Yes, it does have an overbite. Let's draw black eyes as well in black. Nope. Thinner. Make it rounder to make it seem less threatening. Cool. And give it a slight smile. Cool, nice. It's smiling. These, this eyes, that's not good. No. These eyes are not good. I need to draw a shape. Alt for circle or ellipse. 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 And now let's turn the ellipse like this. No, did something wrong? Okay, okay. This is gonna be the eye. That's all. No. Okay. Okay, so this is the eye. It looks super nice. I really like the way it looks. Okay, so now let's do some polka dots. A shape. A shape. And we do some in blue. Blue is cool. A blue. Whoops. Extra large. Yeah, so we need to... This is like the minimum size that creates a solid shape. Cool. Another blue one. More blue. Enough blue. Now we'll go with pink. Where's the hottest pink? Oh shit, look at this pink. Oh god. Amazing. They're gonna see it. They're gonna see this creature on the stream when they meet it. I'm gonna let them see the creature. And they're gonna be amazed by the perfect skill that I presented. We wanted orange. Let's do orange, I guess. Is this orange? Excessive flattery is a sign of a manipulative personality, apparently. Of course it is, yes. Perfect, perfect observation, says Still Behave. You must be so intelligent. I mean, nobody else would have come up with it, I think, but you. Honestly, I don't know where we would be if it weren't for you in the stream. Probably nowhere. No good ideas. You have the best ones. So we want blue, oh, violet, violet, some purple, violet, something. Oh, there's purple. There's a good violet color. What's the difference between purple and violet? I don't know. Should I know? Is it actually important? I don't think it is. So many of them have holes in the middle. Should definitely go in a t-shirt. The Bestiary of Yalpalor. Now on coffee mugs. No, no holes. Solid dots. And let's do another one. Which other colors do we even have? Blue, orange, purple, pink. It's another purple. There's brown. We could do brown. We can do... Oh, we can do a lighter color, like a... Yeah, like a pale... Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Ooh, that's good. Pale pink. Good. A form of leech. Oh, yeah. Kinda. It's a dog that's off his body. That's not good. Better. Okay, this is it. This is Hydra. Hydra jumps out at you from the bushes and says, "Hi!" and then starts talking about the hope that it can give you. In this case, I think Hydra is going to help them find the tree. Not the tree, they're looking for a place to plant the tree, to plant the seed to grow a new tree. Maybe it's going to be able to give them help, but also it needs to give them some treasure. It needs to be a visceral experience. You know, you get some magic items, some cool things. It's going to help you, you know, beat enemies, do cool things. Yeah, I think Hydra might be helps with trouble that I need help again. Maybe later on it's gonna cause them trouble, right? It's gonna cause trouble and then it's gonna come in and save the day or help to save the day when it has multiple heads. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Yeah, it causes trouble on its own. Nice. All right, Hydra. We have drawn and written 3 awesome monsters today. The Slime Wall, which travels in packs of 3 and 4. The stronger that's the more openly manipulative. Right, yeah, it's gonna be like genuinely nice at start. Just like convincing, like giving them actual help, convincing them to cut off its head. What's gonna be the excuse though? What's gonna be the excuse for Hydra? Like, why do you want me to cut off your head? They're gonna ask that. Why is it even happening? I guess the reason is that, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to make it like a kill me thing, like a suicide. It's just sad. I don't want that. I don't want to bring that content into the game. I want it to be something that makes more sense, like a magical reason, like there's not a magical reason. Maybe that's how they reproduce. That's how they, Maybe that's how, he says that's how they reproduce. That's gonna create more, that's gonna regenerate him. Accidentally get in the way of his sword. That's nice. That's cool. I think actually making a story out of it is better though. I think I'm gonna have him say that he's cursed. There's like a disease, a skin disease or something that is infecting its neck and its head. There's some kind of fungus or something is infected it. Yeah, either curse or a disease of some sort or a poison, and they have to cut off its head. And it says no. I'm a regenerating monster. I have regeneration. I'm gonna grow the head back. If you cut it off cleanly at the neck, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna just grow it back. And then when I grow it back, I'm gonna be able to help you. Nice. I like that. I like that. And it's gonna be manipulative. It's gonna use flattery and gaslighting. Yeah, it's gonna say stuff like, "No, I never said it's gonna be one head. I never said it's gonna be That screams Hydra. Yeah, it does. It does. I don't care if they know that it's a Hydra. They can know that it's a Hydra. That's no problem. Cool. Nice. So let's let's have a recap of tonight. I think tonight we did a good job. Thank you everyone who participated. Everyone bailed out except for Still Behave. So thank you a lot for staying behind for all this. It was a great help and really kept me going. We're coming up on 2 hours, which is usually the time where I cut off the stream and I go to sleep. We drew the slime wall, which is very cool. A pack of herbivores, but ones that can be quite difficult features. Frankenstein? Why Frankenstein? Are you an evil? Not evil. A proud scientist creating monsters? So that's the slime wall. A will-o'-the-wisp, a will-o'-the-whip. Sorry, which is because we're making monsters. Yeah, that's true. You are a Frankenstein. It's true. And there's the Hydra. The Hydra is I think the most dangerous enemy of them all. Like the most dangerous one. And they're gonna meet it. They're gonna meet it this Monday. I have decided the Hydra is gonna be the one that they meet. So that's gonna be what happens this Monday. They're gonna meet the it is. It's a long-term danger. It's an interesting character, right? It's not just an animal. Will-o'-the-Whip is a close second, right? Because it's also interesting. It has a backstory. But the Hydra hints at a long-term story there. And I want that. I want that in the game. That's very, very cool. And also, I like cheating my players. I like lying to them, as you've discovered. Anyone who's watched the show, anyone who's watched the show in the past knows I like fooling my players and getting them into difficult situations. Yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank you, Sit Still Behave. Thank you, Trina Boy, Itai. Thank you, anyone who watched. Thank you, Kickstand 2841111. Thank you, Furburn, who was here to begin with. It's really off on me. I think you're getting more devious in your designs. Sit Still Behave. I think you're getting better at this. Thank you for the cheers, for the subs, for the follows. Thank you anyone who's watching this in the future on YouTube. Monday night, same time, same place. We're gonna have the episode where Hydra is gonna appear. Next Saturday night, same time and place. We're gonna write more monsters for more areas of Yelp lore. Until we meet again, play hard and stay safe. Good night, everyone.